Welcome everybody. Today we are going to dive what we are calling the Camel Schooner, based on the double hump shadow there of the cargo. This was scanned. This is a scan from Ben Roberts, and there's a little bit of a mystery here. Looks an awful lot like a helm, so we're going to go find out what that is while we're down there. We were doing this dive from the RV Explorer out of Chincoteague. Spent a week down there. Dove quite a few virgin wrecks. It was a lot of fun, actually. Here we are on the stern with Tom Fagan. We're doing a shot line. There's not a lot to grapple on this. So we're going to drop a shot on the wreck. I'm just going to go down the line and tie in. Quite a bit of current on this dive. Lots of surface current. About mid-water, it switches direction. Very bizarre. Made things a little bit challenging. On our way down the anchor line here, I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. So these numbers were given to Rusty from a gentleman named Russell Fish, who's actually a Chincoteague resident and does a lot of fishing, gets a lot of numbers. So he shared them with Rusty. Rusty, of course, sent them to Ben. While Ben was down there, Ben scans the wreck. Definitely looks very interesting. We believe it to be a virgin wreck. Hard to say. There are some numbers published in the back of one of Gary Gentile's books. So we're not certain, but as you're going to see why coming up here, we believe it probably was not dived before. I usually, of course, do not leave the trip down the anchor line in my videos. This one was just a little more interesting than most. Lots of different layers of current, lots of different layers of visibility. So I'm just basically pointing my scooter down the line, and you can see it's about a 45-degree angle. So the current is just screaming. But the layers of visibility here make it very interesting. I wasn't expecting much when I got down there, based on the surface viz here. But about 30 feet from the bottom, it just totally opens up and was really unbelievable viz. And here we come up on the shot. And here comes the visibility. It just opens up. It was really cool. And there you can see the wreck on the right hand side. Now again, shot line. So I've got to take this chain, knowing there's all this current. I've got to take this chain somewhere down current. I'm never going to pull it against that current. So I got to take this chain somewhere down current, find somewhere to tie it in. And I got to get it tied in before the slack in the rope catches up with me. Makes it a little bit interesting. So I got the chain unhooked, and I'm gonna scooter down current. I know there's a winch down here from looking at the side scans, which was very interesting too, to be able to look at the side scans and compare it to what I'm seeing on the bottom. I already had an idea where I needed to go, so it made it very interesting. I'm going to hammer down over to this winch. We're going to tie in. First clue on the left-hand side that this may be a virgin wreck. You'll see that in a minute. I'm pretty sure that this winch is not going to break free. So we're going to use this to tie in. I believe this would be the first tie-in on one of the videos too. So some of you that don't really know how this works, you get kind of a first-hand view here. I'm going to wrap that chain around the immovable object. At least we hope so. get that done. You can see the slack now is starting to catch up. So just in time. We're going to take some of that sisal now so that we can get out of the wreck. When we're done, we'll unhook that chain and we'll break the rope with the boat once everybody's up. But there's a dead eye in the way. I don't know if it was in the way, but I couldn't wait. So we're going to pull that out of the way. We'll just put that right there for now. We'll tie up that sisal. We'll deal with that guy later. So through the magic of editing, we are now done with the tie-in and can go check this wreck out. Last order of business is we'll put up the floaty. That signals to the boat that we're tied in, and they'll steam over, and then we'll tie the boat in to the ball. So now we are tied into the wreck. Let's go explore. First thing I wanted to check out was that very helm-looking object on the side scan. And there it is. And it's not a helm. It's a big iron gear broken in half. So much for that one. But it was exciting to go look for it. So now we have the cargo here, which we believe to be pig iron ingots of some description. It's all rusty and it has the look of steel. We'll find out from a sample, but we're pretty certain that's what that is. The orientation of this wreck, we believe, that this ship capsized and then sank. We believe that the hull of this ship rotted away. It might have been pine, might have been cheaply built, leaving the cargo in the bottom of the hold here. So, having said that, if this is indeed turtled and the hull is gone, you can see some decking still. So the top sides of the ship may be buried in that sand. You can see some boards and some planks and some clues to that. Again, it's best guess, but it seems to make sense. So the whole top side of the ship could still be buried in all that sand. Obviously a sailing ship from the dead eye we found right away on the tie-in. And we're just going to poke around. I also want to talk for a minute. I'll bore you, but I want to talk about how special this dive was for me. This is my first virgin wreck. First time laying eyes on a shipwreck that nobody's seen since the day it sank. Could have been a better wreck, sure, but it doesn't really matter to me. It was a very special experience. I want to thank Russell Fish, of course, for giving us the numbers. Ben for scanning it for us. Ben's become a very good friend here this year and really enabled a lot of the experiences that I've had this year. And of course, I want to thank Rusty and Tom. You know, either one of these guys could have jumped on this, but they let me do it, and that really means a lot. These guys are some amazing friends, amazing guys to dive with, and the level of cooperation this year has just been staggering. So I want to thank all you guys a lot for this experience and many others, of course, but really made it special for me. There's more what appears to be decking here. There's our gear. There's a pile anchor chain on the left-hand side. And again, we got two balls of anchor chain, which would appear they were in the chain lockers. Again, indicating this ship might be turtled. You'll see a better view of the chain here in a minute. There you go. No anchors present either. So we think this is the bottom. The anchor's probably at the bottom underneath all that chain. And there's something else hiding there. Oh. Hello. What is this? I just can't help myself. let's see what we can do here. Got to channel my inner John Halls here. Get this thing out of here. And there it is. Really nice dead eye. The steel still on it. We'll wrangle it a minute here. And there it is. In case any of you were wondering how to make sure your bags get picked up, that's how you make sure your bags get picked up. We'll send this stuff up, and then we'll get out of here as well. Yes, that bag had quite a ways to go. It does pick up some steam along the way. We got it up there, and Rusty actually ended up swimming for it. So thank you, Rusty. Lastly, I just wanted to give you a view of the current we're dealing with here. Absolutely crazy. Just screaming. We got the job done. Everybody had a good dive, and we had some fun. So thanks for watching.